I've been stretched thin by every commitment I put myself through this past month. And in such instance, certain parts of my life are suffering. So with the new month setting in, it is time to cleanse the past that has piled itself up into the present and to set intentions for the future. Basically, a reset. Hi, good morning. Today is about to be a productive day. Being the very first day of a new month, I don't know, I just really have certain goals that I want to hit this year. But for now, let's start from pieces of my own life.
You don't want me, trust me. I promise I'll lead you astray. Yeah, we are something, and I want something.
Wait, did he really die? Oh my god! He died!
Back in your basement, hometown, yeah, baby, I'm wasted on you. That we tasted. 1, 2, yeah, baby, I'm faded. Baby, I'm
The laundry I have here is just outrageous. I don't even know how I got it to this point. I know, I wore them. Anyways,
baby, I'm faded. Back in your basement.
I really don't like doing laundry, honestly. It's not my favorite thing. But I like wearing clean clothes.
Hometown, yeah, baby, I'm wasted on you. Not that we tasted. 1, 2, yeah, baby, I'm faded.
So I basically done most of the things I said I was going to do today, which was laundry, food items. Not to bust the illusion, but I basically made the intro that you saw at the beginning of this video on the same day that I'm filming my productive day. I did say I was gonna set the intentions for a new month, try calendar blocking. This is the first time I want to actually try calendar blocking so that I can give myself deadlines on anything that I want to do, since I'm such a heavy procrastinator. Let me talk about this book, The Ugly Love. The Ugly Love. I finished reading it. At one point I stopped reading it because I was like, okay, at this point I think this book. So this thing is not that he doesn't even realize he likes her. He realized he likes her, but he's telling himself no. I actually stopped, and when I stopped I had a thought, and then when I finished reading it I was like, okay, I have another thought. But here is the thing that I realized that maybe if you sacrifice yourself to a certain extent, there is always an outcome. Sometimes it's not really going to be the outcome that you want, but this girl was willing to push this guy and see reason in wanting to be in this relationship, to the extent that he now realizes that he's willing to also join and be more committed to her, and also give her, reciprocate the feelings that she started having. But my thing is, I don't have that patience. I'm not willing. It's like if you're willing to, maybe you might see the answer you're looking for, but it's like saying fuck around and no. But I'm not willing. So that was what was upsetting me, was the fact that she saw every reason to leave, but she also had reason to stay, and the reason she stayed for came true. At the end, she had a happy ending. Books always have happy endings. Resets, I would say, are important because every day is a new day to start something, to rewrite your life, set new intentions, especially when you're out of a school system and life doesn't have holidays anymore, and our daily tasks aren't rounded up to result of distinction, credits, or failures. To set this set of system to self-assess yourself, not just by the output, that we forget to keep account of the efforts we are making towards an end goal, but our entire well-being in our work life and everything that occupies our time. So when we lose such a sense of short self-assessments when we had a student, we forget to sometimes check in with ourselves and, as they would say, hold a mirror to oneself.
Kemi, he will not use glove. He'll be touching somebody's.
Oh, that
surgery.
man.
Somebody's. After that, he will not wash his hand.
Let me see.
This one is not the other.
Is it a child?
No, it's a grown-up intestine.
Yeah, I say
Cancer?
They cut the part, so now they are.
Yeah, they are reconstructing it. There's one, that one I told that was long, they almost fainted. The person had cancer in the intestine and also in the anus.
Wait, let me show you.
So they had to use the intestine to reconstruct the anus. So they cut off the cancerous parts. After sewing it, they.
She said showing the what? Meat?
You know.
Favor.
The flesh, the meat now.
Sorry. No, look at Favor's face. Favor is actually smiling.
No, the funny thing is, like, when you keep doing the surgery, you get used to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I have psychopath tendency because let's be frank, I don't still like being surprised. I can't just look at something. No surgery, oh, I can enter surgery and show me.
I'm not sure that boy died. They took him to hospital, amputated the leg.
Yes, man, you don't die now.
Hey! That's the worst kind. That's the worst punishment.
You say what?
You want to die? Heaven will reject you.
Cheating,
Kevin, the day it happened, I'm already married.
God.
Now you have to prove this.
Also, this helps me reconnect with myself, my own thoughts, and the things that I want. From such moments are when I build new perspective and new ideas on what else I could become. Without it, I tend to lose sense of self, and it seems like my body is just hovering around doing things, even though I enjoy doing them.
No, they won't accept you.
No, I said I'm a refugee.
Rapture, but I never want me happen.
When are the thing rapture when the ones
These are the signs and symptoms.
That's it.
You do, baby. Can't nobody touch you. You do, yes, you, baby.
Okay.
I guess it was on the lease. I met you and you said that shit belonged to me. Playing follow the lead.
Today has been such a great day. I'm gonna put this my hair in cornrows and go to sleep. Journaling, which I really do, and when I do, it sets the clarity in my thought that I tend to now get an entire idea of the unfinished ones that loop around, cause it seems fleeting, but it's also very important that I do want to remember. So this process is like closing several tabs that have all been opened at once and finally leaving space for new ones. It's time to go. I don't want to be late because I don't want to be singled out as that person that is always late, but I feel very excited about the fact that this is the end of it. I've been going to rehearsals so many times, and I just really want to like put in the effort to try and like capture whatever I'm going to experience today, because I'm not doing this again. I will not do it again. This will be my last time. This is an experience that I'm happy I had, but I definitely do not want to have it again. So let's document the memory and just like go about it. Oh yeah, it is time to go. That's yours. So let me tell you how fun this day was, mixed up with a little bit of stress. Started with an interview. Sunday morning. I'm from Nigeria, and I've been living in China for about 5 years. And my major is medicine, clinical medicine. Should I say? Was I? Indian.
是怎么认识干剧的？
Oh, 我的老师。Okay, during my first year in beautiful, and there is a lot of colors. Wow, then it took hours of makeup.
那我给你画吧。来吧，宝贝儿，你俩试试，把头发扎一下，我给你。
The makeup process was even a lot more funny.
不够再录，因为这是戏曲妆。
你不是哦，这个比较白。
你没看过那个戏曲照片吗？
我看了，
戏曲照片不是这样的底。
但是不对，这个
没关系，他这里穿了衣服是要包起来的脖子，看不见。看得熟吗？看得熟吗？哦，我知道。没事，你看着早上的他吗？那个谁，早上的那个叫什么？卡拉还是谁啊？
The foundation that was put on me wasn't because I lacked my own shade of foundation. I remember to bring it along with me as a melanated queen living in China, a whole queen. So they convinced me that this was the way to get it right, because this foundation wasn't necessarily an everyday foundation. It's basically made for opera. With the fact that they told me they've done this on other students, I believed them and just went along with the process. I really just let it go, because sometimes it's really not just about me. It's about maybe the culture or the lifestyle. So I trusted it. There was a thought that once crossed my mind when I was coming back from rehearsal, just walking the streets of Nanchang University, how I would be using this time to do so many things that felt were so much more important for my future. And something clicked. I thought I would never walk the streets just the way I am anymore, likely in the future, the same way I am doing right now. Having this exact experience, all this will be distant memory that will either be barely remembered or completely forgotten. And it's like those old photos of our parents in the 90s that they put up on the walls in the house, and how they don't fail to tell us what was so cool then. If a photo was taken so candidly of while I was walking, I would likely remember the kindness and the patience of my teachers, and how much I smiled by the people I've exchanged this time with. It reminded me to cherish it and live in it and appreciate it. And I did what I have been practicing for so long.
情绪笑起来，好，好的，这里，对。 小心袖子。伤心若是水家园。
You just glossy, I ain't trying to keep it concealed. Oh mama, I want it, just let it fall off. If you tell me that you want it, baby, it's a
like this or just video or photo
Video, it's a video, it's already videoing. It's a video already.
like this, but we don't see your feet.
You can do it.